Hi guys, happy morning. So this is Bharat here. We have come here for this EISSM expected questions video. So I know that you have been waiting for a long time. This time it is quite late, but still I thought before September we will have to put in the first subject, and then once EISSM is done, then comes law, then comes auditing, then comes economics for finance. All the theory subjects we will be covering it from Shree Rajamathangi Academy. So EIS and SM, this particular PDF that I have been sharing right now will also be given to you through your WhatsApp. I will share my number here. You can come back to my Telegram channel. You can come through Instagram channel. You can come to YouTube. I'll put all that in the description. So you can come back to me taking for this PDF once this point of videos are done. So we are now going to start expected questions for CA Intermediate November 2022 exams. Now, we always say it is subject to material market risk. So that means don't expect only this questions that is to be coming. This has to be given extra weightage for the examinations. It is always subject to you cover the study material, or at least my notes, my smart works, my mnemonics, the reserve, the reverse psychology techniques that I have done, the numbers games, the storytelling, all the charts and diagrams, all this I think from my notes will be really helpful. So we can go cover according to it. So the kiddo is showing that there is an A+ in EISSM and how it has to be done. So that's what we are going to cover from one particular way. Yes, automated business process. There are 6 questions that I have given. The first is risk management strategies. There is really a good chance that they can come. Everything are expected questions and important questions. Mnemonics is not 5T. If you have this 5T, turn back or ignore the risk. No, that's not your latest study material. You will have to 4 T's. There is no turn back or ignore the risk. Risk relating to various types of risk, like business risk is there, data related risk is there, technological risk is there. Technological risk will be from chapter number 1. I am talking only from chapter number 1 angle. Second is enterprise business process. You will have various life cycles to cover. Inventory, they can ask you general ledger. All these are steps which you are not supposed to change. The risk and control as a business process is CMT, configuration, masters, and transaction. There is a good chance that they can ask you. So I'm making it very simple that so CMT can be asked 4 T's, and for risk it is only technological risk. BPA, we know that that's the whole chapter, and they will cover at least one question. It can be benefits, it can be objectives, it can be steps, it can be challenges. Any one question is going to be damn sure. That's what I wanted to tell it from here. ERM, COSO framework, they have already connected in a different way. So components they have already asked last time. So this time benefits of ERM can be asked. What is ERM? Enterprise risk management. Next, I already told you CMT separately. Why I wanted to give this again is for a simple reason. It is occurred twice. One is going to be in a green color, another is going to be in a normal one. One is from my side, the questions that is expected, and that means the risk and the control of all the business process can be asked. Exclusively CMT also can be asked. That's what I wanted to cover it here. Now, please go and see the colors that I have used. I will show you the legends later. What type of colors will be used for what. So you can cover, you can go to the end of this video. You will understand what I am talking about. So it should be really easy. Stages, it can be inventory, it can be HR, it can be fixed assets, it can be general ledger, it can be different. Now, there are 2 different ways. One is risk and control of inventory, HR, and fixed assets can be asked, or the life cycles or steps or stages can be asked. Both ways they can ask you. So only I have given those questions twice. So be very careful about it. Now, chapter number 1 is done. Chapter number 2, XBRL. What are the features of XBRL? Digital business reporting that more than 50 million countries uses, extensible business reporting language. Who uses the XBRL? All the contents you will have to take. They will also ask you what is XBRL tagging. That means the accounting taxonomy. That is the keyword that they will try to use. So be very careful. Layers of application software. They can ask you. There are 3 layers, or they can ask you installed application versus cloud-based application. Beautifully, a table with a differentiate between would have been given in the institute study material or my notes, I would have given it with charts and diagrams, so you can take it. ERP, audit related, they can ask you benefits. Audit is in green color, benefits is in red color. Now you should know the difference. I'll take you through the colors also later. What are the features of ERP? Accounting tax compliances versus only tax compliance. That is a differentiate between that they will ask. Any one question is sure. Then I always tell in the class that data related concepts are very important. Data analytics, data warehousing, data mining, big data, like that, there are various. Majorly process of data analytics, they can ask you this time. BI, what is BI? Business intelligence, either reason or objective, they can ask you. MIS criteria, we call it as RTGS, relevant, timely, structured, and generally accurate. These are the 4 criteria. They can ask you types of master data, again 4 master data, accounting, inventory, payroll, and statutory master data. One question is going to be sure. Business process modules, there are 11 modules. Majorly controlling module, they will ask you, they can ask you this time material management, which will cover with your sales life cycle or OTC life cycle, sales and distribution. Refer my amendment notes that is given, so it will be easy for you to cover it. If at all you don't have my videos, or if you don't have my notes or materials, you can WhatsApp me. I have already given the mobile number here. You can come back to me anytime relating to this. This is my mobile number. I'm going to connect directly when you are messaging me back. Factors and significance of business reporting. Very crucial question because it's a unique question. They have never asked this question before. They have never asked these questions before. So we will have to be very careful and knowing about this. So I am coloring it a different one and saying, good, have a chance that it can be asked in the examination because it's going to be very, very vital. So what I am going to do is, I am going to cover that factors and significance in a major way. So I am going to remove this color because that green color will make you understandable, but I'll mark it here that it is going to be an important question. Now, finance and accounting system, you know that the accountant is like highly pissed off in that particular emoji. He does not know how to do it. He will have to manage that with the time. Exactly, it looks also like a CA student. Most importantly, I have given it like 1 hour. Are you able to see this? What is this 1 hour is? Whatever the 13 questions that I have told right now, use it for 1 hour, study for 1 hour, and ensure that you get the grip, because after auditing, if you don't know how to proceed, then this will be helpful. So this is a 1 hour list. Complete this 13 questions within 1 hour and ensure you can also take notes like what this fellow is doing. So you can ensure you can take a printout of the material. Information system components, you are this person and you are going to do it with hardware, software. He is reopening the whole CPU. So exactly, I wanted you to do also that. We will assume that it's CPU and not a TV. Now, IS components, what are the types of IS components? They'll ask you hardware, software, network, database, and user. What are the benefits of computer network? Very exclusively, they'll ask. From old syllabus to new syllabus, if you have converted, many telecommunication networks have been removed. Only some 2-3 questions, they have kept it remain in your study material. So mark it very important and study. People who are already taking the new study material, great. DBMS, advantage or disadvantage, database management system, anyone, we call it as MAD list. Models of database, hierarchical, object-oriented, relational, and network database. Yes, they are going to ask any one of it. Physical access control, locks on doors, three door locks on there. Cipher, bolting door lock, and electronic door lock. Logical access control, asynchronous attacks. There is a real good chance that they can come. Violators, there are 5 violators. What are the operating system controls? Any one question will be sure. Database controls, the mnemonics is already given. If 3A plus 2C, or input or output controls, they can ask you, because application controls are 6 in number. Now, if you wanted, what are those 6 controls? What are the managerial controls? Please go to my Instagram reels that I have put it. Almost daily, I put one reels. People who know about it or people who attend my classes will know. For all this, I have given the Instagram reels. You can go and get connected with that. Managerial controls. Yes, managerial controls, list down. They will ask you what are the managerial controls, what is system development managerial control, security management control, and data resource. All these 3, any one question can come. Audit trail means what are its objectives? We call it as PDF. That you will have to remember what is PDF, not the PDF notes. Promoting personal accountability, detecting unauthorized access, facilitating reconstruction of events. Types of audit tools are 5 in number, so you can remember that. need for audit of information system. Usually they will ask you this in the examination. E-commerce, M-commerce, yes, that's what they have told it. Everything is a cart, correct? If you're able to see this lady who is standing, so she is talking about the e-commerce and the cart that she wants to do everything through the electronic or through the mobile commerce. What is the revolution of e-commerce? What are the components, benefit, risk? One question can come. We call this as MAD list. So blockchain technology is an amendment. So only I've given it in blue color, meaning risk and application. Each of them I have asked in one RTP, one MTP, like that they have asked. So any one question can be sure. Cloud computing, what are the 4 different types of clouds? What are the advantages or what are the disadvantages? One question can come. Grid computing. See, there are 11 technologies. I am not bringing all the technologies here. Only important things I cover. Grid computing, constraints, otherwise called security concerns, virtualization. They will ask you, don't write visualization. It is virtualization. Refer the comparison table given, that is from me. I would have given it in an Excel sheet, beautiful comparison table. If you watch the video, you will understand fully. I mean, I am talking about the recorded classes that we have. Limitations of mobile computing. Yes, there is a good chance. BYOD threats. There are 4 or 5 threats are there, which is going to be very important. Nobody asks you the advantages very easily, but threats or disadvantages they'll ask you. Short notes with 3.0, 5.0 is now the amendment. Machine learning is the amendment, models is the amendment. So all this I wanted you to cover. So from till 13 questions, I said you will have to cover it in 1 hour. From 14 to 27 questions, you will cover it in 1 hour. So I have already given it like a 1 hour list. I usually do this in the class. Every 1 hour, you will have to study it for 5 minutes, and every portion that you will have to study for 1 hour. So that is what I wanted you to cover. Core banking system. What are the sub process involved in information security? Unique question. So you will have to go and cover that in your core banking system. Risk and controls, that comparison table, it can either be mortgage, it can be CASA, treasury process, because I think loans and advances they have already asked last time. So current account, savings account can be asked because there is an important green color I have given. Risk components of operational risk in CBS, again important because they have already asked this in MTP, RTP. Controls, what are the limitations of internal control? All these questions anyone is going to be sure. Types of servers, there are 8 types of servers. So you will have to concentrate not on web and proxy, because MCQ only they'll ask you. IBCS, IBAS they can ask you. CBS, components or stages, any one example is only for MCQ. Implementation of CBS, yes. Measures to implement network security and configuration, again a crucial question, which is a unique question. They have never asked it before, so there is a good chance that you can take it down. Important MCQ questions are short notes, offenses and punishments. All the Information Technology Act, they will ask you 43, 43A, 66 series, A, B, C, D, E, F and all they will ask you. So take it from BPA. That's what I've already given. Preventive, detective, corrective control, they can ask you. Risk, e-commerce, short notes. What is IPCVS? Data storage devices, I would have already told in the reels. You can go back to the reels and find out examples of the application software, cloud computing models. This time cloud computing can come. I don't think the application software will be asked. So I will remove this. I will strike it down and say application software is not going to come. Openly I will tell it, because usually they will ask you. This time it's not going to come. Steps, P2P, procure to pay, OTC, order to cash, BPA, business process automation, step stages and all they can ask you. Digital payment, UPI, IMPS, RTGS, NEFT, AEPS, USST, all this they will ask you. Mnemonics for application and manager control. Already I told, refer Insta Reels, it should be there. COSO framework, they will ask you. Most importantly, the 300 one-liners should be referred. I have given 300 one-liners with the video recording. It will be very crucial for your 30 marks on your EAS and SM. And it is going to be very, very, very crucial for you to cover. So 300 one-liners has to be referred, and it has to be really, really strong. The highlighted questions are to be given in priority. So all these things has to be covered in an 1 hour list that is going to be there. So please understand that these questions are going to be very crucial for your EAS related. And then now once EAS is done, we will now go to strategic management. Whatever you have done is going to be there for 1 hour. Strategic management also, I'll tell it for 1 hour, you can cover it. So how to deal with strategic management? That is the doubt that the students has. So we will go and cover the expected questions on strategic management. What are the types of diversification? First question, HVCC, 4 types, any one question can come. Michael Porter strategies, 3 strategies are there. Focus strategy is very important. Strategy is partly proactive, partly reactive. Strategic management is more proactive than reactive. What are the three levels? Corporate, business, and functional level. Corporate level is more important. Strategic analysis, Boston Consulting Group, hands off, ADL, toes. Out of these four, only ADL can be too much asked in this examination because they have already asked this in RTP, they have already asked this in MTP. Strategic planning versus operational planning, differentiate between what are the benefits or limitations or stages of strategic management, very crucial. Dimensions or issues of strategic decision making, very important. In competition, second chapter, competitive landscape, competitive core competence, competitive strategy, there are various questions. Majorly, they'll ask you core competence this time. Leadership or manager, transactional versus transformational. I would have given you examples from Tare Zameen Par or Saatai or whatever movies, because if you remember, I would have told all the stories relating from the film so that you can remember. Strategy audit, Richard Rummel, criteria and guidelines, they'll ask you. Vision, mission, any one question. Every time they will ask you elements of mission, not essential. Elements of mission, why organization should have mission, less priority. Tips to write mission, more priority. Characteristics of objectives, yes, there are some 10 points that they would have made it, write it, and you can accordingly cover that. Competitive positions of ideal, dominant, strong, favorable, tenable, weak, or competitive pressures. Both of them will confuse you in the examination. Be strong. Competitive position is from ADL matrix. Competitive pressure is from Michael Porter strategy. So you will have to remember. Marketing, only promotion they have asked till now. Expanded marketing, maybe they can ask in MCQ. Any of the marketing techniques, they can ask you from this way. Next, industry analysis. There are 7 triggers of change and key success factors. Anyone can come. Experience curve or product life cycle, anyone can come. RTDL, retrenchment, turnover, divestment, liquidation. Danger signals, they will ask you. On 5 action plans, they will ask you. Michael Porter, 5 forces are there. Threat from substitutes. Case-based question they have asked in RTP and MTP. Threat of new entrants, they can ask you. SCM logistics. How SCM is an extension of logistics, they'll ask you. HR, there are various questions. 4 points to be kept in mind, they can ask you. HR, strategic role of HR. What is that you will have to write? Remember, is A, B, C, D, E, F. I would have already given this in your Insta Reels. Also go back to the Insta Reels. 4 points to be kept in mind, I've already told. Implementation, it is a separate question. Implementation can be a 5-mark question, but it can also be asked in MCQ or whatever. Organizational structure, 8 organizational structure, functional network, hourglass, multidivisional. In that functional and network is major, so you will have to cover. Strategic control, 4 types are there. In that 4 types, any one can be asked in the exam, or all the 4 they can ask you to explain in brief. We call it as special IPS. Steps in BP are 5 steps are there. Benchmarking steps process, there will be 6 there, so you can easily cover it up. Manager, what are the long-term objectives? Don't write characteristics of objectives. Long-term objectives of manager is separate. So only gave you 7 areas. That's different. Responsibilities is different. From RTP May 20, they have been asked this question. So be very careful. Strategic supportive culture is otherwise called corporate culture. You can easily take down. Kurt Levin, only unfreezing, they have asked this in the MCQ. Changing old to situation, yes. Steps to initiate change is a different question. It should not be confused with the Kurt Levin. Organizational planning, I have given it like 2 times because for a simple reason, this is already asked in a normal question. They have already asked this in a MCQ question relating to RTP and MTP. So this again has to be studied for 1 hour. Now, I have given different colors, right? Yes, I am there to explain you. If it is red, it is important question from my side. If it is blue, it is amendments. If it is the purple, Insta Reels that I have done, RTP, MTP is green color. So whenever there is a green color, you will understand it is RTP, MTP. Red is important questions. Now I'll scroll down. You will be able to see all these colors. Use these colors and accordingly take it. You will know from, you don't need to separately sit and study RTP and MTP. I have already covered this in the legend. This is going to be there. Now, what are the do's and don'ts that you will have to do before the exam? I wanted you to be like in a Zen mode when you are practicing for your examination. I'll put a separate video and tell you what has to be done when it comes to your examination, how you will have to be like a Zen mode, how you will have to be really concentrating. All that I will expand on this in a separate video. What are the common mistakes to be avoided? How you can connect with me? I've already given it. You can come to my PDF. You have the YouTube channel, the Facebook, your Telegrams, the Instagrams, and you will also have my website of Shree Rajamathangi Academy. What are the recorded classes that I have? So for CA Foundation, CA Intermediate, CA Final, CS Foundation, all the 4 papers, CS Executive, all the 5 law papers, and CMA Foundation, I have the basics. CMA Inter, I have the law and strategic, and CMA Final, I have already got to. All this is the one that is recorded from my side. This is only my recording, and that's why I wanted to put it with my mic on. Now, if you wanted any of the videos, yes, how to contact me, you can come back to me always in this mobile number, WhatsApp me, I'll be able to help you. So this is my profile of the faculty. So if at all you wanted to know what I'm actually doing, apart from this, this is what you can see. This is my profile, and you can always look into when there is a PDF format. All the very best for your exams. Keep visualizing. Visualization works. Keep up always the positivity. It is going to definitely make you pass the examination. So I'll put on the positive quotes or the positive videos and psychology podcast. Everything it is already been done in the Insta Reels. I'll keep on be doing, and the last 10 days it's going to be really, really crucial. So I'll give you all these things that is going to be there. So have a great day. Keep concentrating on all these questions. I'll help you on the next theory subjects also. Wait for the expected questions. We'll make it really, really strong. Thank you. Have a great day.